Ramsey knows I'm desperate. He saw me steal the money from the drug bust. He's got the three of us fighting each other. I mean, and now with my hand in the till, he thinks he's won.
Well, I'm all for moving this along, but if Ramsey really bought this, then why did he have Eddie tailing us?
Look, all Eddie saw was the two of you trying to ditch him so you could be alone. He's probably telling Ramsey that now. Look, I don't know what else we could do to possibly get Ramsey to let his guard down. Do you? No.
We've watched Ramsey operate long enough to know that he's not going to put himself out in front on this.
So? I go to him. Sorry, man, I can't help you anymore. You're on your own with this.
No, obviously this isn't about me.
It's always about you, Todd. You think the world has offered you this free pass. Why? Huh? Because you have suffered. Well, guess what? We've all suffered. And some of us who've grown up have accepted it and moved past it.
I'll ask you again. What would you have done had you discovered your little girl in this plastic?
She's not so little anymore, Todd.
She's a minor.
Yeah, and so is he. And they love each other.
So you approve of it?
I'm not saying that I approve. I'm just saying that I understand, Todd. I understand. I mean, they're young. They've been together a long time. And Cole, he'd proved time and time again how much he cared for her.
God, you make me sick.
He didn't rape her.
You weren't there.
Well, you weren't there either. You weren't there, Todd. You know what you did? You went back in your mind, back with Marty. It's all about your guilt about Marty. You saw Starr and Cole in bed together, and that's where you went.
I see, so he rips her clothes off, he drags her into bed, and he's not interested in sex.
Sex isn't rape. Especially when your daughter was just as interested. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. But now that you've run them out of town, I can guarantee you that's exactly what they're doing.
We made a mistake. People make mistakes, all right? It's what you do next that counts.
We ran away, Cole.
Okay, I asked you to think about what you want to do next. Right? How were you supposed to do that with your dad around? He was freaking you out. You know, if your dad was halfway human, we might be back in Lambview figuring out all this stuff together.
Okay, you're right, but what father is going to be cool with his 16-year-old daughter being pregnant?
Your father is never cool. All right, you cross him and he goes straight to crazy. And it doesn't matter who you are. Look at what he did to Mrs. McBain. And guess what? She had to run away too. Now, I'm sorry if I'm saying too much, but...
No. Cole, you're right. My dad is a really hard person to love.
What did you say? I said you sound just like Todd. Well, that hurts.
The truth always does.
What about the truth? That you are 16 years old and you're pregnant. I expected more of you. You should expect more of yourself.
She can be pregnant and still be an awesome person.
How awesome is she going to be walking around with your squalling brat on her hip?
Okay, look, I think you're getting a little wound up about this.
You've just told me you're pregnant.
I know, but that doesn't...
Did you stop for even a second to consider what your life was going to become before you gave yourself to this non-entity?
I may not be rich like you or famous.
You are thoughtless and selfish and mindless, and that's why you had sex without using protection. And now Langston could have any number of sexually transmitted diseases. Langston, you could have chlamydia, you could have gonorrhea, syphilis.
I can promise you I don't have any of those.
Oh, really? How can you be so sure? Because you trust this creep? Please, Langston, you're smarter than that. Didn't you think about how you were about to sacrifice your life, your future, and for what? For this? Oh, no. No. You should never have made such a reckless mistake. You're a Kramer now.
If this is how a Kramer is supposed to act, you know what, maybe I'm not a Kramer. Not anymore.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing us back to Earth. This can't happen.
But this is happening, Natalie.
Look, we can't take it anywhere. I can't tell my family the truth about you.
Landview is a time zone away.
But I live there. We both live there. You live in my grandfather's house.
So I'll move out.
Sure, you own shares in the company. I mean, you're on the board. If my dad and Uncle Bo find out that you're not really a Buchanan, you could do jail time for fraud. So could 9.
We've had this conversation so many times. Can we not have it tonight? Tonight, we go back in time. It's not May 2008. It's November 2007 when we were down here for the reading of Ace's will. The night we first told each other how we felt. Before I screwed everything up. Natalie, give us back that night. And look, from here, I will figure out where we move next. Please.